I started a ready to wear fashion line, and guess what? I failed. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maya, a Ugandan lifestyle, fashion, beauty blogger and YouTuber. I create content on YouTube. I have a blog. I create content on Instagram as well, so be sure to add me. Today's video is a story time. I have never done a story time, so grab yourself a cup of tea, water, juice, a glass of wine, whatever that you like, or your food, and then come and let's just talk and chat. I asked on Instagram the other day, I was doing a throwback. P.S. you guys, sometimes I talk too much, so I might talk too much. So I was doing a throwback on my hijab inspired looks off my page, off my timeline. One of the looks I was wearing a throw on that happened to be that was part of my collection, and which brings me back anyway to the story that I'm going to tell. So I did the throwback and I asked people if they'd be interested in a story time of how pursuing dreams and failing, you know, and it's something that I thought of filming way before, but I actually filmed it, to be honest. I filmed it the day I filmed my current favorites video, which if you haven't watched, please watch. I filmed it that day and I was like, shouldn't I? So I deleted it. But by the time I filmed it, I was thinking to myself, I think I should be able to tell people stories like this, because personally that's what I want to hear. You know, it's just like business. When I start my business series, I'll be able to tell you guys certain things that I haven't had. Maybe I'm the first one to experience them, but I feel like people are just telling us how to get motivated, do all these things, but they don't tell us the raw stuff of how they got there. So for me, I feel like I haven't really seen that. I haven't really gotten I know I'm not saying everyone doesn't tell, but like it's just like reality of, yo, today I failed. Like I felt like this. It's not like, oh, I tried then I failed. I just want a story that I can really relate to. Once upon a time I started a line. Me, Itsmayabee, Maya, Aliza, Balunywa, Asina. Those are all my names. I started a ready to wear fashion line. And guess what? I failed. I am clapping because I deserve all of them, because I am just being very realistic. Yeah, I failed. It was hard, but how was it hard? And maybe I overwant details. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like maybe I overwant, but I don't know. So I thought to myself, I filmed this video, I thought of filming it, I filmed it, I deleted it, but I wanted to share, you know, share the reality. Having a fashion line is something that I have always wanted. So in 2015 I started my blog, where I was writing about fashion and stuff like that, my looks and things. This is something that I had wanted to do for a long time, and I kept on talking about it. Then someday, I think it was May, I decided, boom, let me do this. And shout out to Shaki, my sister Amu, Chom, my dad. Those are the people that pushed me, you know, who like, I remember I did my first shoot at home at my dad's house in Bugolobi. It was nice. Shout out to Fred Bugembe, he's still my favorite photographer up to date. And Mona did that was my first makeup thingy. Anyway, so fast forward, I did the blog, then I decided to start my fashion line, right? And I have all these ideas, but like even now I have so many ideas of what I want to like. My dream is I just ready to wear line. Nothing, I don't know, my style is very classic. I don't like to call myself trendy. I don't like to call my style trendy, because trends are things that you'll wear and you might not be able to wear 20 years down the road. But I like to wear like, so I call it like classic edgy or something, because most of the things that I had years ago, I can still wear them, incorporate what is happening or what I feel like I need to incorporate. So that's my dream for my line, right? So I start my line. Anyway, I get two machines. Yeah. P.S. I had no savings. Like, I talked to my dad what I wanted to do, so he helped me with the machine. I purchased the machine. So I go to these fashion schools looking for tailors, because personally I have all these ideas but I can't tailor. And then but I feel like it's possible to have all these, because some people say, how can you even want to have a fashion line that you can't tailor? I think it's one I can go learn how to tailor, but I have all these ideas which I feel like, why am I going to sleep on them even if I don't know how to tailor? But I feel like there's people who are like that. They have all these ideas and they can put them to paper. If you have a great team, I feel like it can work. Anyway, so I go to these fashion schools. I went to, there's one at, is it Mabirizi Plaza? Mabirizi, somewhere in town. No, yeah, I went to one in Mabirizi Plaza, and then I went to one, you know those buildings where Pioneer Mall is? No, not Pioneer Mall, Avema Shopping Center is downtown anyway. So they advised me there were schools. I talked to the teachers because I was like, let me just get like the students, some of the best students. So yeah, so I get this team of 3 girls. I get them. I was at the back of my dad's, of the house, that's where I was living, of home. So we're doing it at home on the balcony. You know, it has the front balcony, then the side balcony, not the back, the side balcony. So we'd sit there, put the machines there, and the girls would come. So there were 3 girls. Then there was one who was, I would call her my lead tailor. She was good. First of all, these girls used to live far, and I have well, anyways, I was giving them allowance and then paying them allowance and paying them for every piece. Yeah, like I give them a weekly pay, and then for every piece that they make. Okay. Plus transport. And they used to live past Nigeria, so they would take 2 of them. They would take taxis, and then there's a point where they didn't want to take taxis, they had to take borders. Okay. When I think about this, I'm like, Maya. Anyway, but it's all not planning. Like for lunch, I was like, they'll ask for lunch. I was thinking we're home, they cook food every day, so you know, they shall eat what we're all eating. So that cuts my costs, right? So I'll tell the lady who would cook food, you know, just increase the number for these 3 people on this day, because the lead tailor used to come 3 days and the other ones used to come 5 days of the week. So week 1, week 2, things are hard, you know. Now they're telling me we need this, we need that, we need that. Like so it just dried me up. And then someday they call me, these other 2, they call me and tell me, oh hi, no, they come to the work and then they tell me, so we're thinking we can't eat this food. I was so desperate. I was like, okay, so now what do you suggest that we do? Because I really needed them. I feel like I really needed them, and then I think they got to see that, and then I didn't. So now I had to start getting like all the little money that I had to buy food. I would send for food from the market, from Bugolobi market, for these special ladies of mine. Yeah. It went on, but then I couldn't manage it. And I'll tell them, okay, so some days you can eat from home, but I'm eating the same freaking food. difference. Everyone is eating the same food. Maybe it wasn't what they expected. I don't know if they're eating cafe javas every day at their house, so they don't understand this rice that we eat, these beans that we eat at our home. So it was just, so anyway, I accepted. I used to buy food from the market, give them. It just became too hard. Then before even the quality of the work decreased, I couldn't manage or afford to have them come every day. It was so expensive. And you know, those first days you're just making like samples, you know. So they would come, we do the cutting and all that stuff for like a whole day. Certain days they live far. Anyway, that was my fault because I didn't plan. You know, when you have a business idea, you plan and you say, okay, this is what's going to cost me for material. I want this type of material. I want to do these certain pieces for the beginning. This is the number of pieces that I want to do. I want this kind of finishing. I want all this stuff. Like, I didn't have those details. I had been having the idea, the dream. So we chance did I watch tinengamba boom kanyingiremu. I didn't sit down. To be honest, I didn't sit down, write down my stuff the way I write down things right now. Like, let me tell you, for me right now, I have several notebooks. So I have this notebook where whatever comes to my mind, I write. Anything that comes to my mind that's like business or filming or something, I just write it down. It makes my work easier. Then I won't lie to you, I used to write down, yes, I've always written down, but I don't remember having like plan of, this is the material that I'm going to buy, this is what I'm going to make in this, you know, in this material. So I just went, bought material what I felt was nice, that looked cute, and I'm like, okay, can I make this and this? I didn't have a plan, and that is my fault. So my failure is my fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's not those ladies' fault who wanted to eat chicken as we're eating beans. It's not their fault, it's my fault. Fast forward, we made some pieces. I sold a few things. Twaliako sente katono, you know. I remember I delivered those peplan things, those things. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. I still have one. I have my piece. My dress is a cutout. You can't really see. I feel like those things are a wardrobe staple. Like, you can put them on a skirt, on a dress, on pants. I have worn them a lot. Anyway, yeah, so that was the part of the girls. The girls got so demanding, and we made a few sales. I remember one of the people, I would go like meet clients. I was saying, I remember I would go meet clients. I learned how to measure what needed to be measured. I remember one of my customers, I sold to Ima. I don't know if Ima watches my YouTube videos, but I appreciate her. She still supports me right now at the gallery. I sold to her the peplum belt. I don't know if she still has it. I hope she does. I sold to some people that were up country, and I went and measured Ima. Like, I just had, you know, something going on. Then I had Tom there for me. If you watch this with my channel, I think you know Tom, my bestie. She's always been there, man, doing my advertisement and stuff. So she did the advertising. She bought a couple of stuff from me, and then we had, like, I had shift dresses, throw-ons, peplum belts, some skirts. Shaki, shout out to you. I keep on remembering all these things. So I had this, I don't have pictures. I'll try and find pictures. I had this rail, and if you had been to my store when I just started, that will be a story for another day. I still had that rail. It was ugly. It's ugly. I don't even know if it's still, I took it back to my dad's house. It's not at the shop anymore, but it's ugly, you guys. It's black. I think it's not even supposed to have clothes. It's ugly, it's rusted. That's why I used to put my things. But then I felt like, Chimala, like, it's good enough. I'm happy. I was happy, you know. Time for prayers. I was happy then, you know. So that's why I used to put the clothes. Then someday I got out there, and then, you know, people would come home and just overly criticize me. I used to hang the clothes there, so everyone who used to come home would like have access to be able to see. But you guys, that criticism, not constructive criticism, because I appreciate, you know, when someone sits me down and tells me, Maya, you have derailed, or you know, you can do better here. Hey, yo, I remember, I won't say who it is, but she, I even said she, yeah, but she's someone who's constantly in my life. Like, she's selling what? I think, you know, the living room was, that balcony was this side of the living room. So if you're in the living room, there's a window, you can properly hear and see. So she was like, she's selling these things. Who is she selling these things to? They're so ugly. Oh my god, you guys. Anyway, it just broke my heart so much. And I kept on hearing, like, people used to say this, or my cousin would tell me, oh, these people said this and that. I'm like, okay. But that time, it was like a sword in my, I knew we're not perfect. I knew these girls are not perfect because they're just from school, and with my resources, that's what I could afford. So anyway, it just broke my heart so much. I just felt like I didn't have someone who was being patient with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand. Who was being patient with me to give me time for me to grow in whatever that I'm doing or that I want to do. You know, yes, we needed to make money. I needed to make money, but with things like that, you gotta be patient, man. You got to be patient. So I just feel like no one was being patient with me, and I let all those things get to me so bad, and it just killed my vibe, to be honest. It really killed my vibe. But I learned from it, which when I opened my store 2016. By the time I opened my store, I was just ready. Like, whatever anyone said, oh, she's going to close in 2 months, she's going to, where is she going to, you know, she can't handle business, she's going to eat that business, you know, all those things. Look at this store, it's empty, it has nothing. I didn't let any of that shit get to me, because the other experience of my ready to wear line gave me that lesson. It gave me, like, it taught me, you know, just don't give a shit about what people say, just keep it moving, you know. Then it got to me so bad, 2015 beginning of 2016, it got to me so bad, and I gave up. Not mainly because of that, I gave up because I hadn't planned. You fail to plan to fail. So that was a lesson that I learned. I hope you can also pick up from there. Learn to plan for whatever that you're doing, for your execution. Just don't, you know, learn to plan, but also don't take long thinking about it. Don't take long thinking about trying to make a decision. It's a good thing, but it can also cost you. So don't take long thinking about, oh, I want to do this. Plan and do it if you can, because the longer you take, the more you doubt yourself, and you won't be able to execute as fast as you want to. And then you also don't have to be so prepared, because this will bring me to my business right now, Maya's Gallery. You guys, how I started that store, I think I have some pictures of that. When I look at it now, it's not even where I want it to be. There's still people criticizing me about it, or it's this, that, but I've grown. Like, the amount of growth I have seen and experienced, I'm like, hello. You're not entitled to anyone's support. If you believe in what you're doing, keep it moving, sis. Just keep it moving. So for me, that's my mentality for the past few years. I believe in my store, I'm gonna keep it moving. If you think I want to close in 2 months, it's cool. It's cool, man. This year we're gonna make 4 years. If you feel like I'm gonna close in 5 months in these 4 years, it's cool, sis. If I close, it's God's plan. But just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. If you're growing, if you realize growth, that's good enough. But also do research. My lack of research made me not succeed with my ready to wear. Anyway, I feel like I've just exposed my mood with some emotional jazz. In conclusion, I failed. I made a few sales. I ate that money. Let me tell you, I even ate that money. I didn't reinvest. I didn't. And then lastly, I got pregnant. Sips coffee. Anyway, yeah, so I got pregnant, and 2016 I was pregnant. So of course that now that I remember I did a shoot for these plan things, and I was like 3-4 months pregnant. I went for the Jumia Pearl Guide. I had an event that time, blogging event at Sheraton, and I was pregnant as well in that thing, but no one even knew. Even my dad didn't know. But so anyway, that also just cut me off and also put me a little bit behind with my business because I had to travel. My business was new. I had to travel to go away. November, December, January, February, March. So I had to like leave. Imagine leaving a young business. I left my lost dreams there. A lesson that I would maybe you can pick from here is learn to plan, prepare yourself for anything that you're going to do, but also don't take too long. Don't overthink things, guys. Don't overthink things. Anyway, this is also, I should tell myself that because there's something I want to do and I've been overthinking it. I think I need to do it today, like execute part 1 today, and then we'll see the rest. So don't overthink things, execute as fast as you can, and you're not entitled to your family's or your friends' support. If you believe in what you're doing, keep it moving, sis. Okay. Anyway, keep it moving, because sometimes, let me know if you've enjoyed this story time. I feel like I've kind of bored you, which is sad. As my sister says, I don't know how to give Kabozi. I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoy watching this video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button, share this video, tell your friends to come and subscribe. I hope you're doing well, and I hope support my store as well, Maya's Gallery. It's got an online store, and it's got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those things. So please support it, and thank you for watching till here. If you've watched till here, I keep on saying that because you guys watching a whole video without Ugandan internet or wherever you are, you've taken your time, you've given me your time. All along I had a thing on my hand, so I don't take it for granted, man. Thank you so much, and have yourself a lovely day, night, evening, whatever, and I'll catch you in my next one.